Hello, my dear students. I hope you all are fit and fine and safe at your places. Welcome back to the science class. Now we are going to study chapter number 12, which is light and shadows. So, here at the end of this lesson, you will be able to differentiate between the different sources of light and the types of objects. You will be able to understand that how shadows are formed and what are the characteristics of it. The students will be able to analyze the rectilinear propagation of light and will use that property to make pinhole camera. Also, the students will be able to describe and model how the relative size, distance and positions of the moon, the sun and the earth produces solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. You will be able to define reflection and its type. And finally, you will be able to discriminate between the image formed by the plane mirror and the shadow. So let us start with a great enthusiasm. Firstly, we have to study that what is light and what are the sources of light. So students, light is a form of energy that enables us to see different objects and it produces the sensation of sight in our eyes. So sight, it produces sensation of sight. It produces sensation of sight in our eyes. We have two type of sources, that is natural source and the artificial sources. Students, here under the natural sources, these are those sources which emit light of their own. For example, students, we have sun, stars, firefly, and after that we have artificial sources of light. What are artificial sources of light? As the name indicates, they don't emit light of their own. For instance, we have light sources such as lamp, electric bulbs, tube lights, matches, candles. These are the example of artificial sources of light. These sources, these artificial sources help us to see objects inside our room, in day, night or at night when there is insufficient or no sunlight. I hope it's clear. We have two sources, that is natural sources and the artificial sources of light. Let us move further. Next we have types of objects. So here under type of objects, you will be able to learn that there are the three types of objects. First is transparent, and then we have translucent, and then we have opaque object. What is transparent? As the name indicates, all light can pass through such objects. For example, we have materials like with sheet, we have materials like glass sheet. We know that light can pass through it, and some other objects such as we have water is a transparent, right? So transparent objects are those materials or the objects that allow light to pass through them almost completely. Next we have translucent. Translucent means objects or materials, for instance, like we have butter paper, or the tracing paper that allows some light, or we can say that allow light to pass through them partially. And next we have opaque objects. Opaque objects are those objects which do not allow the light to pass through them. For example, we have wood, we have metallic objects. Such objects which do not allow the light to pass through them are called opaque objects. I hope it's clear. Let us move further to the next topic, which is property of light. Students, as you all know that When we observe this, when we place a candle in front of the 3 cardboards or 2 cardboards and place them parallel to each other, then we can see the flame of light. But if we change the position of one of the slide, are we able to see this flame of candle? No, it won't be possible. And this property helps us to know that light can travels in a straight line. If there will be a straight line traveling, like here we have that opaque medium, now light can't pass through it, so we can't see the flame of candle. So this property helps us know that light travels in straight line. I hope it's clear. Let us move further to the next concept. Next concept is shadows. It's a very interesting phenomena which we observe in our life. Every one of us have seen shadow when we are in the presence of source of a light. How shadow is formed and what is a shadow, let us study together. So shadow is the dark region. This dark region, as we can see, this dark region or the dark patches which are formed when any opaque object comes in the beam of a light. As you can see, from this side we have a source of light. When that light is getting obstructed by an opaque object, we get a dark patch. That dark patch is called as shadow. That dark patch is called as shadow. And now we will be studying that for shadow formation we do need 3 essential things. We do need 3 essential skills, and on the basis of that we will be studying characteristics of shadow. So students, for shadow formation, if we found that we should observe that shadow, there must be 3 essential things. First is we have a source of light. As you can see from this picture, there is a source of light from this side. And second condition is there must be some opaque object. Second thing is there should be some screen. As you can see, this ground, this surface acts as a screen. So here we have 3 essential things: a source of object, a source of light, an opaque object, and the screen. Screen can be either ground or a wall. Next students, we have characteristics of shadow. What are the characteristics of shadow? First thing students, as you can see from here, characteristics of shadow means we have as you all can see, shadow is always black in color. Shadow is always black in color. And another thing is that this size of the shadow, you can see here shadow is of this much length, here shadow is of this much length, and here shadow is of this much length. So this size of the shadow just depends upon the position of the source of light, like from where we have the source of light, it depends upon the position of the source of light. And another thing is it depends upon the position of the opaque object. So what is the relative position? So what is the relative position of this source of light? And another thing is relative position of opaque object. So we will be studying that the size of the shadow depends upon the position of the opaque object. This shadow size keeps on increasing. This shadow size keeps on increasing as the distance between the source of light and the opaque object decreases. So during noon, when the sun is just above us, we have the shortest size of the shadow. So students, I hope it is clear till now.